Every time. Every time.
Can't just say hi.
No, of course not. That would be weird. Oh, I didn't actually set this up the way I like to usually do it. What's up, everybody? What is happening?
Happy Friday.
It's Frizzle Day.
Frizzle Day?
I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, what's up? It's Friday. It's No Pants Friday.
No Pants Friday.
You're not wearing pants as much as I'm not wearing pants. We're both wearing, like, I don't even know what I guess mine are sort of like.
Yours are the same pants she's been wearing since the hospital. So
they're my Pumas. My Pumas.
Puma pants.
I'm wearing my Pumas, everybody.
Jen, dang it! I missed up my shows. I have on pants.
You know, there's one way that you can't avoid that. Never wear pants.
It works for me.
And then it works for you. Don't act like you're going around not wearing pants. You're the pants wearer around here.
I know, it's true.
Anyway, what's up, everybody? And I see lots of awesome people in the chat. What's up, Dana? But I see Frenchie in the chat, and I want to say Frenchie. I want to say something about Frenchie. I love her. She's one of my favorite rappers, and also
she is your favorite white woman rapper.
Why are you qualifying it like that?
I don't know. Maybe because
Frenchie,
really like
Frenchie. I apologize.
Because you really like what's her name?
I apologize.
That real rapper. No offense, Frenchie.
Frenchie, what is happening? You want me to get you like a shovel to dig yourself a little deeper? Oh man, that's embarrassing. Anyway, I will say I do enjoy a little Nicki Minaj.
That's the one.
I'm gonna say she's ridiculous. She can be very obnoxious. She's got some issues.
Allison's peeing through the shirt because she has no pants on. I don't really know what's happening.
What?
Wearing a creepy clown t-shirt as pants. My legs fit through the armholes, and I can pee without pulling it off.
Anyway,
all right then.
I was really excited because I think Frenchie, you are going to open. I think I saw something that you said you're going to open.
Really?
I sure hope so. Because I'm like, you know what? I feel like this year is going to be the best open ever. Not to get into a whole other open discussion, but I feel like this year is going to be the best ever because the first year I went, I didn't know anybody other than the people I knew from online. I hadn't met them in person yet.
But then you met me.
Exactly. But then I met you, and that was amazing. And then this last year, it's like we got to go together, and our channel was just kind of getting off the ground. We had like under 3,000 followers or subscribers on the YouTubles. We got to see our friends that we'd already met before and our stranger friends. So it was a lot of fun. But this year, it's like even bigger, and there's all these people that we're going to get to see, like Allison.
Look at that. Johnny Rock's Dana's husband in the chat.
Johnny, what?
Johnny. He wrote our song for this show, which Katie didn't
I know. Well, because my little
the stereo's plugged in.
Doesn't have I don't think it has like an auxiliary. I gotta figure that out. I gotta figure it out. But anyway, I'm just excited because this year I feel like it's going to be even bigger and better, and we're going to get to see even more people that we've like become friends with over the last year.
I'm excited.
All of our old friends.
I'm excited to meet people. Awesome. I'm excited to meet Allison. And I mean, seriously, talk about stranger friends. She's coming from Alaska, and she's going to stay with us for eBay Open. We don't even know her. She could be a serial killer. Seriously.
Well, I mean, she sent us lots of goodies, so I feel like by now she could have poisoned us, and she hasn't. She has not taken that the opportunity to kill us from afar. So I feel like we're probably going to be okay.
Susie Beach, don't you live here? Why would you not go?
Come on.
No, the fox did not
Susie.
sell, Kara. He's just moved down out of the way. You can't see him.
Yeah,
right
I don't know why she doesn't want us to be able to see him. It's lame. Anyway, guys, yeah, so we did go thrifting yesterday. We went all day yesterday. This one at the end of the day tried to be like, it's a little too long. It's a little too long. We don't need to go all the ones in the same day. And I'm like, listen, Thursday's my day. And if you want to go on Thursday, you are going to go by my rules. And them's
long.
Them's the rules.
So yeah, we did. We started at 8 o'clock-ish. And then got home at 6.
After 6, yeah.
After 6. So yeah.
It does take some time, but I have a lot of fun. I don't know. Callie wants me to find her a Tupac t-shirt. I'm supposed to find you a Tupac. Man, if I find a Tupac, I do have a Tupac sweatshirt if you look in my store, but I have it listed for crazy high because it is it's a champion reverse weave. It's not vintage, but it's like a legit Tupac sweatshirt from the USA show Unsolved, and I couldn't find anything else listed like it. And so I was really stoked about it, and I listed it really high. I don't know if it's going to sell for that much. Who knows? But it's a small, so it doesn't even.
Callie, you better be coming to open. Don't your
seriously,
don't your
Callie.
employers value you?
Really? Don't they value you? Huh?
I paid for my part-time employee to come the first year.
So we had
now she's a seller in her own right. She can pay for her own damn self.
So we did our show on Wednesday, and it was our boss been list when it was all about open. And so the picture I had used was a picture of us with Raleigh Roots with Ryan and Allie, and
from open.
From open. It was an open picture. I was looking for a picture of us from open, and it was a good picture of all of us.
Callie, they better come. What do you mean? I don't know if they're even going.
What? Yeah, they better be coming.
I'm getting on the horn.
And when I posted it in our Facebook group, like I put like hashtag shameless use of pictures of like YouTubers way bigger than us or something like that. Anyway, somebody had commented on our video because it's like in our thumbnail that like they felt like it was misleading that we were used a picture of them.
Yeah, it was clickbait because they weren't even in the video.
It kind of is. It kind of is. To be fair, it totally is. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna ride that wave all the way into town, man. Okay, because I'm pretty sure that there's gonna be a lot of people who are gonna see that picture in our.
We didn't tag them.
I would have if I could have. You can't do that.
Right? I'm sitting right next to you.
You can't tag on YouTube, but yeah, I should have put it all over the place because I'm gonna get all the sweet karma I can get out of that, and if we can get like, basically my secret plan is that I use the picture of Ryan and Allie, and then these people, they just come and they're like, oh, they go see myself a little Raleigh Roots video. And then they go subscribe to our channel. They don't even know it. And now we've got them forever because they can't get away from us. Okay. Now they're ours.
Don't they have to be subscribed to actually even see the video pop up, generally speaking?
No, not at all.
All right.
Because stuff comes up in suggestions and stuff like that. Otherwise, how would you would never find it? See, Callie just gave us the go ahead. She said clickbait away. So I'm like,
all right.
Cool. That's how we do it.
That's adjacent roots permission right there.
That's how we do it. Yep. I'm just gonna put a picture of Callie as the thumbnail for all of our videos going forward. They're just gonna be like different pictures.
It's got to be the one of her that you sent to her with her trying to eat the Oreo though. That's got to be the picture.
You know, it wasn't the Oreo. It was her looking at this fried chicken.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yes.
Fried chicken.
Oh, I know. No, I'm just gonna like stalk her Instagram and take different pictures of Instagram, and every single thumbnail from here going forward is gonna be pictures of Callie. So, but she'll never be on the show.
You're such a dork. Did you happen to see that Red Nicholson gave us a super chat a few minutes back? You were too busy.
Sorry.
She's too busy cackling.
You might want to cover your ear because here comes his super chat. Yeah. There you go.
Jack Jill, what gold nuggets would you give a beginner in Shopify that you wished you knew at the start? Well, neither one of us use Shopify, so I can't help you. Sorry, I don't have a single nugget. Never mind a gold nugget. I don't even have a bronze nugget.
Sorry, I've only done a little dibble dabbling in.
I don't even have a pewter nugget for you.
Actually, I've actually helped before I did eBay. I was doing marketing consulting for small businesses, and I actually did help a couple businesses build Shopify websites, but it was a very brief period of time, and I would say that I don't really have enough expertise at this point to be able to give anybody any decent pointers. But Callie just said that her mom wants to know what kind of cookies we like.
Oatmeal raisin.
Okay.
That's what kind I like.
Her favorite. Okay, here's the thing, Callie. Vicky's favorite is oatmeal raisin, which fair enough. That's the truth. That's her favorite. However, if your mom's going to bake cookies for both of us, the problem is my least favorite cookie of all time is oatmeal raisin.
Mm-hmm.
So if your mom wants to make cookies just for Vicky, she can make oatmeal raisin. If she's making cookies for both of us, I don't know. What do we both like?
I don't know. I'm not a big cookie person.
I know. You like, okay, she's She's full of it because if
Oatmeal
there's
raisin
cookies,
and Oreos.
if there's cookies,
unless her mom knows how to make Oreos,
she'll eat them. Me, I think the most amazing cookie in the world is a peanut butter cookie with chocolate chips in it.
Oh,
see,
all right then.
Chocolate chip peanut butter cookie. What say you? If that was in front of you, you wouldn't eat it. You'd be like, I'm too good for that.
No, I wouldn't eat that. I don't.
I
actually don't even like chocolate chip cookies.
I think you're a liar.
So sorry, it's weird.
Yeah, she's a weirdo.
I like snickerdoodles too. I really like snickerdoodles, but
which is a cookie. Okay, guys.
Raisin's my favorite.
So she doesn't like cookies except for this list.
See, Red Neckerson, I don't really like peanut butter cookies. They're usually dry. I just don't. I don't.
Vicky
like
doesn't like cookies except for this long list of cookies that she likes.
It doesn't really matter. We don't need to keep talking about cookies.
Yeah, we're going to talk about cookies all day. You know what, Frenchie, opposites attract. We like more of the same stuff than we don't. So there's certain things where we're like there's certain, for the most part, we like most of the same foods. There's certain things like pho soup. I think is delicious. She thinks it's boring. But otherwise, generally, we like the same food. So it's usually not too much of a problem unless one of us is picking up the cookies and they decide to get oatmeal raisin and then divorces in the future. So, but yes, we do both love tacos. So it's all right.
You guys are funny.
Generally, though, it's a good thing when it comes to food because it's like if there's treats, like she can bring home oatmeal raisin cookies and she knows I'm never going to steal them and they're all going to be hers. Or if she goes out and buys herself some Raisinets, she knows I'm not touching them. So, because I think that's weird. Yeah.
Okay,
see,
then.
Allison says raisins are proof that
cookies without anthrax.
Allison says raisins are proof that God is punishing us for the Garden of Eden incident. I think that's true. I think that's true. Frenchie's laser hair removal will be all done by eBay Open.
All right.
I think that's good. That's good.
Girl Scout cookie pick. I don't like any Girl Scout cookies anymore. I'll eat Samoas.
Are those the ones that have
they do have coconut in them, but it's one of the only things I like with coconut in them. I think Girl Scout cookies pretty much suck now. They're not anywhere near as good as they used to be. They all taste different. They're smaller. The consistency. I
like
different.
the Thin Mint, guys. I'm all about the Thin Mint. I think that's the best one.
Joni says I always buy stuff my husband doesn't like, and he still eats everything. That bastard.
Red Neckerson Resale says that he ate 3 boxes of Thin Mints and didn't lose an ounce. What's up with that? You know what? I think that's pretty lame too, and I think that you should probably file a complaint with the Girl Scouts. I think Sunny asked what the skull frame in the back. That's a Misfits poster, a show poster that I got. It was actually another Christmas present from my beloved Dana, who also got me the Misfits hat, which I'm not wearing at the moment. But yes, that's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Hey, my niece is a Girl Scout. She could beat me up too. I know. I'm not to say I don't buy them. I do buy them from kids sometimes. They have changed all the recipes. Thank you, Jennifer. They don't taste the same. The peanut butter ones don't taste the same. The lemonade ones I used to love when they were the little lemonade.
Interesting.
They've had like 3 different variations of the lemon cookies, and the one they have now is just blech.
Just blech.
Yeah.
Blech.
Girl Scout cookies. Yeah.
So we did thrifting all day yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We also so today we've already gotten a lot of stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
This morning, guys. Okay, so when everything happened with my accident and we were talking, we had to do, I was having to do like bandage changes almost every day and blah blah blah. And I was going in a lot of days to the clinic to have them do it, but especially later on when I was doing them, we were doing them at home. We needed to get like a bunch of bandages, and we got a bunch of stuff from you guys. I know we got Noelle sent us a box of stuff from Girl Scavenger, and which one is she in the chat?
I haven't seen her yet.
Allison, Big Thrift sent us a big box of stuff because she's awesome.
Casey, yep. Casey.
And then Corey, my favorite Corey, he sent us a couple of boxes of stuff. And so it was awesome because we didn't have to. We had to buy some stuff.
Corey actually sent like cases.
Yeah, he sent a bunch of stuff.
Cases of stuff.
And so, so we didn't have to like buy out of pocket a lot of stuff. Like we had to buy like medication and different things like that. But as far as like bandages go, it was awesome because we really didn't get sent home with hardly anything from the hospital. So it was like a lifesaver. It made a huge difference.
It was absolutely a huge difference because what some of you may or may not know is that the type of things, first of all, we all know she didn't have insurance, right? So everything was out of pocket. And I don't know if people realize this, but if you've ever tried to go to a medical supply store, or if you even just go to like CVS or Walgreens or buy things online, bandages and gauze especially, and all the different types of things you need for wound care it's so expensive, and everything is out of pocket, and you're basically using 5 to 6 rolls of gauze.
Yeah, it's like one roll. Like for my stomach, I would have to use 3 rolls a day, and then my hand would be another roll, and then so it's like you're going through like a lot.
Yeah, so you're going through quite a lot every day, and it has to be changed 1, sometimes 2 times a day, depending on what areas are hurt and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, we received so much stuff, which was so incredibly generous of everybody.
And we used everything.
We used every single thing. We just didn't use all of every single thing.
Right. And so then once I was done, it's like we had a bunch left over. And so we were like, oh, we'll just find like a local clinic and we'll see if we can donate it. And let me tell you guys, it was really hard to find a place where we could donate it. And then we were like, well, we could post it like locally and but then we were worried that somebody would just take it and sell it online or something like that. And we didn't want to do that because it was donated to us. And so we were having a hard time because everywhere that you go, it's like they have really like hospitals and clinics here have really strict rules around like they have to like order it themselves. They don't take donations.
They're not allowed to take donations because they don't, there's all kinds of rules. A lot of hospitals and clinics cannot accept donations. At least they can't here. So we were asking at the burn clinic and places like that. So some of you know or may not know that I work with the burn community in general, and I do a lot of volunteer work with the burn community. So I have different people that I can reach out to that have organizations all over the country. So that's what I did. I reached out and I had them reach out to the various hospitals and burn clinics and ask what they needed and if they could use any of the stuff. So I created a list of what we had, and we were able to find.
But it took like a couple months of you.
It took a month.
It took a month of you asking and them looking around, because even they were having a hard time finding somebody that could take it.
So I wanted to make sure that it went to somebody so that it could be given and used for people that needed it, people that couldn't afford bandages or wanted to be sent, they could send bandages home with them and things like that. So traveling thrift or Doctors Without Borders would have been a very good idea, actually. But when I tell you that there was cases of things, what we shipped out was almost 60 pounds, 60 pounds, and very, very large boxes. It probably would have cost us about $400 to ship it out of the country somewhere. So
it would be really expensive.
It had to be within the United States.
Yeah, because we had another guy who had I don't remember what country.
Nigeria, something
like that. So okay, so we shipped everything out this morning, and where did it go?
It went to a Catholic Charities hospital in Wichita, Kansas. So they have a burn clinic there that is that does work with the disadvantaged and uninsured, and they are very happy to be accepting the information. The stuff I communicated with the woman that runs the burn clinic. I got their name from my contacts at the Phoenix Society, and we shipped everything out FedEx today.
So it went out today. So
Key Lime Kisses here in Wichita, Kansas.
Oh, nice.
So it's Saint Francis something or other. It's downstairs. I don't know it off the top of my head, but it's Saint Francis something or other. It's a burn clinic. So
yeah. So I think the only person that's in the chat right now is Allison. So Allison, the stuff that you sent us, we used some of it, and the rest of it is on its way to Kansas right now, and it's going to be used by people who cannot afford to buy this stuff themselves. So we wanted you to know that it's going, and it's going to be helping people that otherwise wouldn't be able to get their hands on, or they'd have a hard time. So
so it's definitely helping them because they continue to help the community whether or not they have the ability to pay. And they're very happy to receive the donations. So they will be used.
I'm just really glad that we found a place for it to go, because I was worried. I'm like, man, it's going to be really a real bummer if we aren't able to give this to somebody that could use it. So
and here's the thing: we didn't want to offer it for free because it could have been sold. Because
that's what I said.
All of the supplies can be sold because they are so expensive. So we didn't want that to happen because they were donated in good faith to us. So
yep. Pretty much.
So we wanted to try to pay it forward. So we wanted you guys to know. So anybody that sent anything, that is what was done with it. So every little bit is going to be used.
Yep. Absolutely. Okay, so and then the other thing I wanted to do is we got a package in the mail from why is my mind Emily Sabaco. I know Emily's name. For some reason you're like anyway,
I didn't say Emily.
I know.
I know how to whisper.
Well, I had to say it loud enough so they could hear me. Anyway, so of course we didn't do the unboxing on the show because we don't have that kind of patience.
No, we couldn't wait.
So I don't know if Emily's in the chat, but I'm sure I'll send her a message and let her know that she needs to watch if she wants to see. But it's got some. She sent us some really cool stuff, including some T-shirts. And let's see. Let's just go ahead and bust these out. There's a couple of them that are really awesome. I like this one. You can't stop meow. I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll. See how impressed she is, you guys?
That's a very much a you one. She will wear that one. That's not one that's going to end up elsewhere. That's for sure. She'll wear that one.
This one's my favorite, though, and I can't wait to wear this one. This is, check this one out, guys. Speaking of tacos, these are like Attack of the Killer tacos. They're like crushing a whole city right here, but I love it. I love it.
A city that's on fire.
And then I think there's another. Oh, this is a really cool horror museum one, and I will definitely be watching or wearing this one as well. And it says, "It's only a museum, only a museum, only a museum." I like that one. Super, super cool. And then let's see what else. Oh, there was some cool stuff that you'll be using because you're the kind of person that likes.
Oh yeah, I love this kind of stuff.
Lists and whatnot.
Listen, I am all about like notepads and things to write on. So I get this little one with tacos on it. And these little notes right here, little notepads.
I love this. This is going to be on my desk. This is like a little squishy taco, but it's got a little slot in it so you can put like notes and stuff on it. And it'll probably be something that Vicky will be playing with during.
Oh, I like it. It's really squishy.
See, Frenchie. Everything else.
Ooh, it smells good too.
What?
Not like tacos. It smells like fruit.
It's like a fruity taco. How's everything else rebounded? Sales, able to run business? Yeah. So as far as like working goes, I would say I'm at like 95%. And the only reason the other 5% is just like this hand right here. I can still do everything with it. It's healing, but it's like this where the scar is and everything. It's really tight. So I mean, I can't really demonstrate it on this, but when I try to put my hand back like this, it's super, super tight, and it is really tender. So it's like I do have to be somewhat careful because if I hit it or something,
she was doing yesterday in the car, for example. There was a song on the radio, and she was joking, and she went to go snap her fingers, and she can't snap her fingers anymore because of the ridges that are on her.
Well, no,
thumb.
it's when I snap. No, it's not my thumb. It's when I snap. This finger goes down and hits this. Yeah, and it hurts like a son of a gun. But speaking of sales. You know, we went over our sales last Sunday for last week, and in February, you actually did pretty great in February.
I did. I had a really good February.
My February was way down. The Lifesaver is having Etsy going now because it's like even though eBay was way, way down from last year, Etsy kind of like comes in and supplements that lost part. So February for me was like meh. Last week for me was meh. But this last week, the one we're in right now, has been like really good. It's like everything is kind of really super active. I know you're not having a great day today, but
no, but the week
your last week has been really good. March is starting off kind of with a bang. I hope that continues. I feel like as far as like our thrifting goes, sourcing stuff, I feel like at least for me, I feel like I've been even more selective and really going after bigger and better stuff. And so I think that's helping a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I sure have been. I've been definitely being a little bit more selective, even though I buy a lot, as does Katie. We list everything we buy. So we're not sitting on death piles and things like that. So we're trying to make our money work for us. I think I've been choosing quality items and bringing up my average sale price because while my sales are higher year to date, they're actually quite a bit higher. I think I'm up about 30% year to date from where I was at this point last year, which is excellent. My costs are higher because shipping is so much higher. So, and because I don't charge for shipping on 99% of my items. So my costs are definitely higher because shipping has absolutely skyrocketed, which you all know. It has absolutely skyrocketed from last year. So
yeah, Frenchie, Etsy is definitely like, because I'm selling mostly a lot of vintage stuff. It's great for men's vintage streetwear and stuff like that. It's like I have over 800 listings there as opposed to 1,900 on eBay. So Etsy, I mean, I'm at about $1,700 for the last 30 days on Etsy. So that's not nothing. I will say, it's less than eBay in the sense that if I had the same number of items in Etsy, I don't think I would be at the exact same level as eBay.
Right.
But cross posting is so simple and so quick that, it's huge to be able to add another $1,500, $1,700, $2,000 onto my bottom line month.
And that's where I am. I'm about $1,500 a month on Etsy, which is I have a little over 900 listings on Etsy now, and that's pretty much where they're going to stay. I don't think I'm going to exceed 1,000 listings on Etsy because pretty much all of my older inventory has been cross-posted onto Etsy now. So it's now just my newer listings that need to be cross-posted. Dana's pretty much caught it all up for me now. So the hours that she has spent every week since October cross-posting to Etsy, I'm probably going to put her to doing listings for me again. So that will keep her doing hours and help me get more listings done every week, which is really where I need some help right now. It's just been, as far as I'm going, I'm definitely, and I've said this for months now, I'm at the absolute max capacity I can do as a single person. I definitely need to learn to delegate more if I need to or want to grow any bigger.
Yeah. I think one of the things I want to focus on is really bringing up my average sale price even more, because February wasn't great, but my average sale price was over $60. And so
mine was 48, which is good for me. I'm happy between 40 and 50.
And so I feel like, rather than trying to like bump up the volume a lot more, really focusing on being even better at sourcing and having better connections for sourcing higher valued items, not just on my own, and also doing stuff like what I'm doing with like Buffalo Exchange and just getting like more high quality stuff instead of having a few pieces each week that I'm really, really excited about.
Sure.
Everything else is filler. I would love to have it be where the majority of my stuff is stuff I'm super, super excited about and barely any filler. Like I would like to really like cut down on my filler. So to me, that's a better way of like expanding my business and kind of bringing my prices up. But let me finish with what's in this box. I'm really excited.
I got this cool little magnet. Girl boss.
Yeah. So the last couple of things we had in here, she sent some delicious looking, I haven't tasted it yet, but salsa. We've got Sadie's roasted green chili salsa, hot, hot. And then the other one is El Pinto fire roasted green chili medium salsa. And we actually picked up some corn chips this morning. So I'm going to be
salsa.
I'm going to be busting out some salsa and chips here in a little bit, but that's
salsa.
Anyway, so Emily, if you're not here now, if you watch this later, Emily, thank you so much for sending us this awesome little box of presents.
We very much appreciate when you guys think of us and send us little care packages. It's everything
for sure.
We do not regift. Everything is used or what have you, except for the bandage supplies. We did regift those.
So Christy says February was her best month ever, and that this month is meh. You know what? It's the whole EKG. It's like always up and down. Every day somebody's going to be having shitty sales. Every day somebody's going to be having the best sales they've ever had. It's all about like kind of, focusing on your business and like what trends do you see there? What can you do? Always be doing something to improve it. I know like I have been really terrible about ending old listings and doing sell similar and stuff. And I'm going to be doing the whole data mine thing where it gets done automatically. But right now I'm still working on revamping old titles and stuff like that. So I hadn't done, my oldest stuff is still like a year old now. And so like the other day, Sizely was doing an update and something happened. And so it wasn't working for a while. So I was forced to go, and I couldn't do any new listings. So I was forced to go do sell similar. And there's some women's stuff. And I was seriously going like, I need to just get rid of all the women's stuff I have. It's stuff from when I very first started. And I'm like, I should just like pull it all and take it down. So I went ahead and relisted a bunch of stuff. And yesterday I sold a Gap windbreaker, women's windbreaker for $27.99 that I like almost had pulled. And then it makes me want to go like, but I don't want to get rid of everything because I can sell it.
Yeah, I do that all the time too. Like even the little stuff that I'm like, well, I only have $1 invested in it. you know, but you know,
Stuff.
doing the sell similar stuff really helps on the older things. I don't think I have everything. Everything I have is like has been newly listed with a new number of sorts since I think I'm in mid-November right now. So
Yeah.
I don't have anything too old.
Yeah. But hey, Allison, I know Sizely was down and I was like, why? And so I emailed Eddie, the guy who started Sizely and runs Sizely. And he did respond to me right away. And I told him I was just gonna go ahead and cry while they worked on fixing it. But it was nice that he got back to me right away. But it got back up by the next day. And if you go to the Sizely website, the main page before you log in and scroll down, they just added a bunch of testimonials. And nobody asked me what I thought about Sizely, but who did they ask? You? It was like a silent. You're like, are you just gonna mime everything now?
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, Vicky is actually on, like, before you log in, if you just go to the Sizely website and scroll down, she's like one of the testimonials, and we were pretty excited about that.
I thought it was really sweet.
Yeah,
Eddie
really awesome.
sent me a message last week and asked if he could use my profile picture and put a little quote there.
Yeah,
and
it says Victoria
the quote
E,
was from
YouTuber.
I know. I think the quote, I don't even remember when I gave the quote. I think I must have done it when I rated Sizely or something like that.
Yeah, I think he actually took everybody. I think he actually took real, like, actual ratings or whatever.
Yeah, because he didn't ask me for anything, and those are my words, but I don't remember where the hell I put them. So
I thought that was really cool. And then also
nice.
Robin was on there too, another boss member and stuff. So I just thought that was super cool.
Nice.
And pretty awesome. And I think, like, the original video that I did on Sizely, it still gets sent out in like the third email.
He sends it out in the third email if you're a member, if you're a Sizely member.
Yeah.
He did say that.
I
keep looking in this video. Sorry guys for the horrible roots you got to stare
at. Just act like it's the way it's supposed to be. Or you can tell people to deal with it. Why don't you deal with it? Just go ahead and deal with it.
I'm getting my hair did on Tuesday. Sorry about the roots.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's see. We have some questions in here. So it's our.
How come Allison
Ask us anything.
How come Allison isn't like a moderator anymore? Wasn't she a moderator before?
She was. Why is she not?
I don't know who stripped her of her stuff. I'm gonna put her back on as a moderator, man.
I don't know why she's not a moderator. She was. She had a wrench.
She did. Well, I'm giving it back to her.
Did you decline the wrench?
Maybe
anyway, decline the wrench.
I don't know. Can you like can you throw it away? Now she's like being forced into it publicly.
Yep.
And now she can never get rid of it. Anyway,
Captain Bill says, "Oh my God, my roots are terrible, and I dye my hair, and I'm a guy." Hey, nothing wrong with that, buddy. I have lots of guy friends that definitely dye their hair. No big deal.
Yeah.
Allison's all hopped up on chocolate cereal for sure.
The Vintage Fiend wants to know best vintage t-shirt find or sale of 2019.
Well, you've had a few. I haven't had.
I'm trying to think of like actual finds, because I mean, here's the thing. Like, one of the things that for the type of stuff I sell, it really helps to like build relationships and find sources that aren't just me going out and trying to find stuff. So one of them is, Barry, our buddy Barry, Afro Vintage on Instagram. He found, I don't know if it really counts as a find if he's the one scoring them for me, but like those two Metallica t-shirts that I sold last week.
Yeah, but no, for last year, 2019.
So those,
I mean,
I paid like $50 a piece for them, but I sold them for $175 a piece in about 2 weeks. But those weren't like my finds necessarily. I don't know. There's that sweet No Fear t-shirt that I got at Buffalo Exchange. I paid like $12 and sold it for $70. Those are pretty exciting. So
that's a good one.
Yeah. I don't know. What about you? You've sold
Kelly Hitchcock and Mama says, wearing huge baggy wet pants. I hope you mean sweatpants. And a Mike Tyson hoodie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay, so it was Big Thrift and Big Drift. That's why she's got two different logons. Stop confusing us.
Why? Wench? Well, now both of them. Now she's got two of them.
Now the wench is a
I do notice, but I never really know. I didn't know why. I'm dumb. Anyway, Callie, do you go thrifting at all? I'm telling you, you know what? If you want cool t-shirts for yourself, cool vintage t-shirts for yourself, find a Buffalo Exchange. Do you guys have a Buffalo Exchange where you're at? I don't know. What city are they in Florida?
I'm not sure.
Go to Buffalo Exchange. It's a good place. Like if you want vintage t-shirts for yourself and you don't want to spend a crazy amount of time thrifting, if you don't do it a lot, like we do. Yeah, so not very often. So Callie, I would say go to Buffalo Exchange because it's almost like it's like you have somebody curating the vintage t-shirts for you. And so you're gonna find better ones there.
Aw, look, we've
And
got Keith Curley, your
Hey!
boyfriend.
Keith, I'm crying because I love you so much. But Keith, I'm so excited. We get to hang out with Keith on Sunday night, and we get to watch hockey. And Keith, I get to give you your birthday presents because I have 2 of them for you, and I'm really excited about it because you're kind of my favorite. I kind of love you. You're kind of my guy. You're kind of my boo.
My boo.
So she won't let me call her boo. So anyway, yeah, Callie, go to Buffalo Exchange. Look it up. See if there's any Buffalo Exchange around. Because t-shirts, they're going to run anywhere from $9 to $20 for used vintage t-shirts, but they're going to be amazing vintage t-shirts, and you'll find something that you love. Okay. Yeah, that's my favorite Keith for sure.
Definitely the favorite Keith.
Yeah,
Keith is married to one of my best friends, Wendy, and I would consider Keith a very good friend of mine too. So they're like the cutest couple ever. They're like the pretty people. Yeah, they're so cute.
But when I see Keith, when we see each other, we squeal and we hug each other and we jump up and down, and so it's true though.
Ridiculous.
It is true.
Yes. Borderline Hoarder says she loves Converse, looking for a pink pair. I actually picked up a pink pair for myself when we were in Oregon, and I got these pink shiny, they're like kind of like metallic ones. I was so excited. I paid $7. They're used, but they're in great shape. Yeah, you have Buffalo Exchange. You didn't even know you had one. Go check them out. I'm telling you, Buffalo Exchange is a great place to source once you get to a level where you know what stuff is worth and you're a little bit more well seasoned at sourcing and flipping clothing. It's not really a good beginner place to go, but it's great once you kind of have a better handle on it, because you're going to find some really cool. I've been flipping some good t-shirts from there. It's like, yeah, I'll pay $12, but then I'll sell them for $50-$60 or more. So it's pretty awesome. And you can trade stuff in there. So I find tons of stuff at Buffalo Exchange. I end up buying things for resale. I'll probably talk about this on Sunday's show, but one of the things that I picked up yesterday, I got at Buffalo Exchange, and it was a new with tags Tory Burch dress. It sells for $300 is the retail price. It'll probably sell for
and how much?
150 is what it's probably going to sell for. 150 to 175. I paid 30.
Nice.
So it's still a good place to source too. You're just going to pay a little bit more, but you can get better quality stuff.
Yeah. See, borderline hoarderish. You love vintage t-shirts more for wearing than for listing. See. There you go. Then go check out the Buffalo Exchange just for yourself, because there's usually like really fun stuff.
Thrift. I have my own Buffalo Exchange in my garage.
The Lesbo Exchange.
I love t-shirts myself, but I'm feeling a little bit chunky at the moment. I put some weight back on. I don't like wearing baggy shirts. I like wearing fitted shirts. So I like wearing a fitted shirt when I'm feeling in better shape. Yeah. So I have 2 drawers full of them myself. I don't like the same kind of t-shirts as Katie, but I like shirts myself.
Yeah. Allison, I'm serious. Like, if you ever want some quick cash, you can just send me some vintage t-shirts. Sell me a bundle. I'm all about it. I really want to check out the Buffalo Exchange.
Allison, what you need to do is, if you're flying, when you're coming here, is pack a bag of some of your vintage clothing and sell it to Buffalo Exchange if you haven't listed it yet.
That too. You could
or to Katie.
This shirt is just, it's not vintage or anything. It's just a ridiculous shirt. It's a dill pickle and it says, deal with it. Go ahead and deal with it. It's mostly just to make her roll her eyes a lot. So anyway, hey, this is, now that we're 40 minutes into the show, this is our AMA, Ask Us Anything. So we will talk about anything. If you want to ask any questions, business related, personal, whatever, we'll answer them.
Jen, those are good things. Those are quality things you thrifted today. She says, "Don't yell at me, Katie."
Jen,
preface everything, but don't yell at me, Katie.
Jen and my sister Binky now both, anytime they ask me something, they have to preface it with, "Don't yell at me." So anyway, but yeah, seriously, like, so people who say like they're going to take a break from sourcing, they're doing like a no buy. You know, I get that some people, like, it's like you really need to like not buy anything. But if part of what you love about this work is the sourcing, my advice to people is usually like, you don't have to go cold turkey because you're gonna, it's part of your business. Even if you have, let's say you have enough stuff that you could list for an entire year without ever sourcing again, and you're like, I gotta not buy anything for whatever. If you take away the part that you love the most, it's gonna make it hard. I feel like it's not
It
necessary.
becomes too worky.
Make it a reward instead. So let's say you have a year's worth of stuff and you don't have to source for months, but you really love sourcing and you need to figure out how to get a handle on it. My whole thing is make it a reward. So set goals for yourself. Like, let's say your goal is you're going to get 20, 30, 50, 60 items listed this, whatever it is that you can handle. Set a goal for yourself, and if you achieve that goal by, let's say, Saturday, let's say your goal is to list 30
Spit
things.
it out.
So rude.
We have questions.
Let's say your goal is to, but a lot of people have issues with this. So let's say your goal is to list 30 things this week, and by Friday you get 30 things listed. Make it your reward. You get to go sourcing on Saturday, but you cannot buy more than 10 items. And you set that limit. Then you go into whatever thrift store is your favorite, and you say, I can only buy 10 items. And so then you're going to be super selective, and you're only going to buy those 10 items. And then for the next week, let's say your goal is 30 again, you have to list that 10 items plus 20 from your backlog. You finish that by Friday, you can get another 10 items next week. And so then you're like gradually cutting it down.
That works.
So anyway.
Vintage Fiend, need to move to another platform besides eBay for clothing and video games. What would be the next platform it's worth expanding to? If it's vintage, I would say Etsy. I think Depop is too random, and you're not going to have much traffic there. Mercari, I can't really speak to because we don't sell on Mercari. But I think if you're moving things off of eBay, you want to move to the platform that has the most traffic. And right now that's either going to be Etsy if it's vintage, or Posh if it's not vintage. I mean, they do vintage as well on
I
Posh,
just don't know how big of their reach is.
Well, it's much bigger than Depop or Mercari still.
Sure.
So let's scroll down some more.
So Jamie says, how long does it usually take for eBay to close an automatic return if the buyer hasn't shipped the item back? Believe it or not, I've been selling on eBay for 13 years and just had my first 2. You know what? I don't know. Sometimes it'll be on there forever. Personally, especially if it's a big thing that you really don't want to have to deal with the return, you can call the day or day after, like, because they'll say like, oh, they have until let's say March 10th. On March 11th, call eBay and have them close that return if they have not shipped it back. Because even though they have the deadline on March 10th, it will linger forever.
It lingers for like a month if you don't have them close it out.
And then I think that if they send it back after that, you'll still have to refund. So I would say be on top of it and call.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we only have 48 hours to refund. So, I mean, they're given like 7 days to ship it back. If they can't fit it within that 7 days, then they're SOL.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Okay, so.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I'm not saying 30 a day.
Scroll back up.
Wait, hold on a second. Or even 30 a week. It's whatever you can handle. Let's say you can only handle getting 10 new items up in a week. Then get your 10, and then you're allowed to source 3, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. What am I?
Up. You've ignored a bunch of the questions.
Okay.
That's why I took this from you for a reason.
Oh, snippity snap.
So Jody, the Poshmark Canadian, by the way, which is a man, I believe. I think that's why I follow you on Instagram.
You better be right.
Kicks butt, sending out tons of packages, doing really well. So let's see here. Tamara asked, do you ever source at the pawn shops?
I don't source at pawn shops or pawn shops. No, because of the type of stuff I sell, clothing. Most pawn shops don't have clothing. Sometimes they do, but not enough that it's like a good source for sourcing. You don't, although I could. You probably could. Because
if I ever run out of places to source, there's so much around here that I haven't even tapped into. I just don't have time. I could go shopping every day and just never list.
Yeah.
So if I ever needed to branch out, I can't even get to the estate sales and garage sales and things that I want to get to because there's just not enough time in the day to get to everything I want to see. Where is the how-to video for bulk shipping choices? Sunny, we did do a couple of videos. A sale or an offer.
I gotta pull up the show on my phone because I want to see what people are saying now, and you can look at the questions.
Okay, so we did have a couple of videos that we've done on shipping. Shipping is the most complicated thing to get your mind around on eBay. Absolutely. There's just so much involved in it. Let's see. The treasure hunt is my favorite part. I agree with that. Let's see.
Oh, we just got a super chat from Frenchie.
What?
Frenchie! She's busted out a $10 super chat. Susie says that Frenchie song should be a French accent. Yeah, you don't want that. I've done that before though. We do like a Frere Jacques.
We did.
Super chat song. This one is for eBay Open 2019 drinks, tacos, eBay. Cheers to that. Oh yeah, good health and all that good stuff. 5 million exclamation points. Heart, heart.
You're such a goober.
Yeah, believe me, there will be tacos during this open. If we have to bus everybody over to Taco Taco, it's going to happen.
Oh yeah,
it's going to happen, guys.
We're going to have a group taco outing for sure.
But here we go. Super chat, super chat, shit super chatty. We. You like that one?
Ridiculous.
John
Jody did have another question.
Yeah.
He said he plans on joining Etsy literally today and was wondering if you could shoot any tips you would think would really help a new Etsy seller. Here's something. I think Etsy, I don't have anything to prove this, but I do think Etsy is just as thirsty as eBay is as far as
being active.
So try to list a couple of things a day, even if you're cross-posting from Posh or Etsy or eBay. Use the space for your keywords. There's tags. They call them tags. Use those for any type of that draws. It's like goes into Google, and that's for SEO placement, and it's going to get some activity on your account for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So those would be my tips on that.
Yeah, and I would make sure that I don't know how your pictures are. Make sure you're on your picture game, because I do think Etsy pictures generally are better than eBay ones. So you just want to have like a nice presentation. But yeah, I think just being active, getting listings up, making sure you're using those tags, it all helps. So.
Melissa Vasquez says, I'm just Vasquez Vintage on Instagram. We follow you. Awesome. I definitely get on Instagram a couple of times a day, and I do scroll through everybody. I try to follow everybody back that follows me. If I'm not following you, send me a reminder and I'll follow you.
If you ever have questions that we don't answer, go ahead.
Jamie spelled Jamie. My mom had to be different.
Sorry. And you're like, thanks a lot, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
I think you should just embrace it and be like, what up? I'm Jamie. Want to kick out some jams with me? What do you think?
Let's see.
Visitors to Las Vegas for eBay Open. Did we already say something about that? What are some must-see, must-do
We'll
things?
when we get closer to open, we will definitely talk a little bit more about that. I think because there's just,
a lot of your time is going to be taken up with open itself, but we do always like to go out to Fremont Street, which is like old Vegas, and it's where all the freaky shit's going down.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more fun than just like your run-of-the-mill regular old strip. So we usually go out and do that, but there's lots of stuff to do, lots of nature-y stuff. We'll get into it more.
There is a cantina restaurant in the shops at Mandalay. It's not very good, so
bye, Callie.
I don't call that. I don't call that good tacos. Sorry.
Yeah,
we're going off strip to get good tacos.
Well, we might. You know what?
We may have to.
Teresa's favorite place is that other taco place that's like right on the strip.
That's Taco Taco as well. It's the other one.
No, it's not Taco Taco. It's different. It's totally different place.
Okay.
It's a similar setup. There's 2 Taco Taco locations. Neither of them are on the strip. The one that we're talking about is called, it's like Gordo's Tacos or something like that. And that's the one that Teresa's all about. But it's a similar type of place where you go in different lines. And I know my tacos, man. I'm just saying.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Zombie Bargain Hunter is $3.50 really worth it. If you are questioning that, go watch our show that we just did on Wednesday, which was all about eBay Open. We did talk about, and we will continue leading up to eBay Open, all of the benefits for going. I don't want to go over it all over again just because we have a lot of the same people watching, but I would absolutely go. We happen to live here in Vegas, so I understand that our costs are not what other people's are. I absolutely understand that. I'm not trying to negate that. It is an expense, not just the registration fee, which is, I think, it's pretty nominal. $3.50 is a very inexpensive registration for a 3-day convention with what they give you.
If you were primarily an eBay seller, then I would say, yes, it's absolutely worth it. If you can't afford it, it's absolutely worth it. So like if you're saying like, well, I gotta, I'm not gonna be able to eat for a couple of weeks because I want to go to the eBay Open, then I'd be like, ooh. But if you're just like, yeah, 350 is a lot of money, I can afford it, but it's a lot to spend on it, I would say it's absolutely worth it if eBay is your main gig.
Yeah, Mo, we'll have to check for you. We'll check for you the next time we go to either one of those places and see if they have vegan options. I do believe they do. See if they use lard in their beans or not. But I'm pretty sure they have vegan options because for both of them that we go to.
Yeah.
That's not an unfamiliar thing out here. So I know some smaller places it's harder to find vegan options on menus, but I'm pretty sure that the two that we go to both have.
Yeah.
Yes, DoorDash will deliver Taco y Taco. We have had Taco y Taco delivered. Kara has delivered it for us.
That's true.
But I will say it's not as good delivery.
But it's still delicious. But the experience is really great.
Cheryl says just feed the kids less. There you go. That's how you afford to come to eBay Open.
Pretty much. Sunny is gonna go to eBay Open, stay up all night, and just hang at the casino for bathroom use. Where are you gonna sleep? You're just gonna like sleep on the floor or something?
They kick you out.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. I think the best thing is to find some buddies and share hotel rooms. If you can all swing it. So, I mean, even if you're going to sleep on the floor, find like a few people that will share a hotel room
and bring a cot in.
And
maybe if you pay a little less, they'll let you sleep on a cot in the room.
Yeah, because if you can split the cost of the room between, let's say, 4 people. I mean, I know that's not ideal. And she's like, I'm not sharing a bed with a stranger. I mean,
I wouldn't share a bed with a stranger.
Honestly,
most adults wouldn't.
But I think,
share a room with a stranger.
But there are some people who are like me, who are like, you know what? I would totally, like if I was splitting a hotel room and I had to share a bed with Allison, let's say, no funny business. I would be okay with that. Like that's just me. That's like so some people.
I share a bed with friends.
I'm just saying some people have different levels of comfort, and I'm just saying if it's between not going at all or going and cutting your costs down to $25-$30 a night. You can share,
I've shared rooms with strangers. I've been on business conferences many times where they used to, when they'd pay for you to go to
Susie says she only shares her bed with strangers.
That's a good answer, Susie. But, I've been to many business conferences where they assign you a room with, a stranger from another part of the country. So, you're like, hey, it's nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm sharing a room with you. And then usually that person snores like a truck driver.
Yeah.
It's always my luck.
Why are truck drivers always the ones that get thrown under the bus?
I don't know. They're snorey.
You have a lot of experience sharing hotel rooms with truck drivers.
Yes, damn it, I do. My former job was lot lizard.
Anyway, Christy wants to know how many listings do we each average a week? I think you do maybe a little bit more than me, but I'd say mine are probably 80.
No, I think about the same. I'm between 80 and 100 a week. I try.
Yeah, I think you are a little bit, yes. Dana's laughing about your truck driver comment.
Same Dixie girl. My hubby's a truck driver. And yes, he snores.
All right.
There we go.
Case closed.
There's validity. I was telling people I do wish our home was bigger because we would definitely open up the Casa de Zilverberg and
but all the rooms are booked.
We have 2 spare rooms and they're already booked.
Yeah.
But I would totally love to have more people stay here if we could and save people some money. I just wish we had more room. If we didn't have puppies and stuff like that, we would open up the doors and just say bring an air mattress, line up.
Yeah, pretty
much. Jen Z says she needs a very strong tranquilizer.
Do you ever struggle with burnout? Yes. I'd say Vicky probably struggles with it more than I do. I could probably just work and never do anything at all and be okay with it. Because the thing is with this work, we have to work practically every day to kind of keep things going. Mm-hmm. But we have to be able to find a balance too. And we were just having a conversation this morning about how actually like a couple weeks ago, I know Vicky had put a post up saying like, we really want to make sure that we're spending more time with our friends and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So we've been trying to be more mindful of like taking the time out to do stuff with our friends. So like tonight we're going to go to her friend Adas's house. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be super fun. Mm-hmm. And because she's like a phenomenal cook and we're doing it for, what is it? Shabbos dinner or whatever. But it's going to be like a ladies only. And so that's going to be really fun. So we're doing that tonight. Tomorrow night, we're going to be going out to see.
We're hopefully, Dana, we're gonna go see the Spasmatics.
Yeah, so Dana, if you didn't know, we're coming with you.
Well, she wasn't sure if she was going, so
okay, then we're going by ourselves. Whatever. And then Sunday night we're hanging out with Wendy and Keith. So that's one thing we're doing, is trying to be like super mindful. Like, let's make plans with friends and make ourselves go out and do stuff. And then the other thing is like, we really, we're talking about, how we keep saying, oh, we're going to do something like once a week, we're going to go do something different, like kind of like a date night, whatever. We need to do that. And we'll do it like one time or two times. And then we just kind of revert back
this
to just
last
all
the
the time.
Q4 and then the first 2 months of this year, and has to do with a lot of it, has to do with why I've gained so much weight too. But I think it's like we just sit in the house. We just both work so much. I love to work. Katie loves to work. We work so much between YouTube and the Facebook group and helping to run the Facebook group and, sourcing and listing and trying to keep on top of that to stay at the volume, to create the sales numbers that we need and want. Work is definitely a burnout thing.
Yeah.
And it definitely happens. And we have not taken enough time for ourselves.
Right.
That is not related to working. Like, of course, we talk and work every single day. And then we go and source on the, which is Thursdays also work on Thursdays, which is still fun, but it's worse.
Yeah.
It's still work. So we haven't taken enough time to, connect with friends. We haven't seen most of our friends since Christmas. So we need to make time to.
So we're working on that. And then like to this morning, we were talking about it, and I was like, listen, for me, what's going to be what works best for me is I have a harder time being spontaneous. Like, I have in my mind, okay, this is what I'm doing for the day. This is what I want to have happen. I want to get this much work done, blah, blah, or like, this is what I'm doing on Friday. And so what really is easiest for me is when I have in my mind, this is what the day is going to be. And so I was like, if we're going to make sure that we have our like date night, we just need to pick a night that's going to be our night. And then it's already going to be decided that that's just what happens on that night. And so that we know on that night, we stop working at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, whatever we decide. And we're going to do that. So we're going to make that Saturday night. So we decided that today.
We tend to work from the time we get up in the morning until 7 or 8 o'clock at night, 7 days a week. And that is not healthy. So, and that's what we need to work on. We take breaks to do the show 3 times a week. And we go sourcing on Thursdays, and sometimes on Fridays we do estate sales or garage sales. So other than that, we're working for, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. You do get to burn out. So
yeah. Well, Dana, we're going to go see Spasmatics. You want to go with us?
So we're getting, we're trying to be more cognizant of that, because I am definitely feeling a little bit of a burnout, because I'm like, okay, we're not doing anything with friends. We need to get moving. So that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, you need to take time for yourselves.
And so if you have to schedule it, then to me, it's like, if I have to schedule it, then let's schedule it, because it'll make it easier. It makes it easier for me to have wrapped my brain around it. Because otherwise, if it's like spontaneously like, oh, let's do our date night tomorrow night, then it's like, I know that my automatic reaction is like kind of resistance, because I'm like, oh, I already had it all planned out in my head that I was going to be doing X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, see, Kelly says my hubby and I have weekly lunch dates on Tuesdays. So yeah, I don't know. It's tough, because it's like the whole burnout thing, like all work, no play. I just love what we do so much that I don't have as much of an issue with it. But I know that really it is better for us if we are, because to me, like yesterday doing sourcing all day, that's a fun day to me. And like,
oh, it's totally fun.
So it doesn't, so it's hard. I guess it's harder to then recognize that we're not keeping a good balance, because it's like we are spending all of our time together and we are going out and doing stuff. It's just that it's all work related, and that's probably not the best. So
yeah. So like Allison said, Casey and I haven't seen much of each other. Last week, we've both been working more to get a bit ahead. The payoff is they're going to Hawaii for 12 days next week. So that's a big payoff. We're not going to Hawaii.
But see, that's what's hard for us is that because we do the same thing and we both work at home, it's not like we're not seeing each other. We're together 24/7 pretty much.
Right.
So that's where I think it's harder for us to recognize, like, oh, we need to like actually do
and
something
we do a lot of
that's not work stuff,
Like we just went to Oregon to visit her family, and of course we get sourcing and fun put together there. And then we are going to Rhode Island to visit my friends and family at the end of May, and then we have camp in July, and then we have eBay open the following week. And then we go away again in October for our World Burn Conference. So we have something that we do every couple of months, and So we're always doing something. So
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like you have a lot of, plus we have people come visit us, like we have
Yeah.
visitors coming in 3 weeks. So yeah.
Yeah. It's a constant battle to find a good balance. So, yeah.
No, I've never heard of Vintage Vogue by Goodwill. So we definitely don't have one in our area. We have what's called the Deja Blue Boutique by Goodwill, which is where they send what they deem to be their higher end stuff. Most of it's not real high end.
Yeah.
Although I did buy a Chanel dress there once for $50 and flipped it for $400. But that was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, we're right up on an hour now. So if you have any last minute questions, please get them in right the second. Otherwise, we're going to wrap this up because we have some work to do, and we have dinner at 6:30. So we probably have like a good, what time is it? 2 o'clock now?
Johnny just said we should come to BST. I told him I was divorcing him. Now, we like Johnny.
Anyway, so we're going to go because it'll give us a good like few hours to get some listing done.
I got 4 hours to list.
Yeah, a schedule, seriously, for me, Alice, the schedule really works a lot better. I mean, like, it's like when I started this YouTube channel, and it's like I would sporadically put up new content. It wasn't until I was like, okay, Sundays we're gonna have this show, Wednesdays we're gonna have this show, and then I added like, Fridays. It's like because we have scheduled times when we have to do a show, it gets done. Otherwise, it's easier for me to be like, I can do that tomorrow. And then next thing you know, it's been 2 months and no video's gone up.
Right.
So it really, for me, schedules work. Schedules, and it just makes it so it's part of the routine. And then it would be weird if we didn't do it. So
Sunny asked, last question, what size t-shirt do you both wear? Katie wears a medium
men's,
and I wear a large women's.
Yeah.
I don't like men's t-shirts.
Yeah,
I'm too busty. They fit me funny.
Oh, and real quick, Laura, I think she asked this question a couple times. Her ring light arrived today and wants to know what are recommendations on adjusting the height or angle for different types of items. For me, since I just do clothing and do it on a mannequin, I just adjust it so it's the height to work. I'm taking my pictures through it where it's like straight on.
Same.
And so, but I
do bring it down different, and I do put it on angles depending on you're going to want to just take your camera and go through the ring light. So it's easy to drop it up and down and angle the neck to make it work for whether you're working on hard goods or clothing. As far as the clothing, it's high enough so that it's comfortable and that it's dead on to the mannequin.
Yeah. Pretty much. All right, guys, seriously, we need to shut this down because we got to get some work done. Speaking of balance, can't do all of our stuff on the show live as much as we would love to. But we love you guys. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for watching.
Hanging out with us. We did our all-day sourcing yesterday. There will be a sourcing video. I promise. I will put that up tomorrow, the sourcing video, so you can get a little teaser, see some of the stuff that we found. And then on Sunday, we will have our regular Sunday live haul so you can see the highlights of everything that we found as well as our sales from this last week. Our numbers have been good this week. Hopefully it continues until then. And then we will share with you all of that. And we will see you guys then. Anything else you would like to say, madam?
Just want to answer that quick question. Lisa Williams, the names of our stores are below the video. The stores in the Facebook group and all that kind of stuff.
eBay, Etsy, everything. And we will see you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.